There is no doubt, ladies and gentlemen, that Pakistan is no match for India's military might. But the country, which is struggling with debt and failing economy, keeps provoking India. And now, India is unleashing a series of tools to hit Pakistan where it hurts the most: faltering economy. The Cabinet Committee on Security yesterday has decided to hold the Indus Waters Treaty of 1960 in abeyance with immediate effect. Now, sample this, ladies and gentlemen. The Indus Waters Treaty has long been hailed as a rare instance of sustained cooperation between India and Pakistan. Under the agreement, India was granted exclusive control over the eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas and Satluj, while Pakistan was given rights over the western rivers, which is Indus, Jhelum and Chenab, despite their origins in the Indian territory in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the decision is poised to have far-reaching consequences for Pakistan. The country is heavily dependent on the Indus River system for its agriculture, which forms the backbone of its economy. More than 90% of Pakistan irrigation depends on water from the Indus basin. Any disruption in water supply from the western rivers could exacerbate water scarcity, reduce crop yields and fuel domestic unrest, especially in the already water-stressed provinces of Punjab and Sindh. Not only that, Pakistani economy, unless supported by external powers like China, cannot sustain a war. Now, sample this, ladies and gentlemen. The Karachi Stock Exchange of Pakistan plummeted 1,303.29 points or 1.1%, close to 1,17,127. According to a Reuters report, investors fled Pakistan's markets, withdrawing capital quickly as tensions and uncertainty increased in the region. Remember that Pakistan was amongst the beneficiaries during Trump tariffs and as an emerging market was attracting global investors. But Pahalgam has changed that. Saddled with crippling debt and a faltering economy, Pakistan's road to recovery will get even tougher as it may have to spend more on defense amid worsening tensions with India. Pakistan's defense spending in the current fiscal, excluding pensions, was up nearly 17%. Now, the country is already struggling with high deficit and low growth, as we have all seen in the past. Pakistan's fiscal year runs from July to June. Now, look at the snapshot of Pakistan's economy, ladies and gentlemen. The country had a fiscal deficit of 7.4% in financial year 24, almost twice the regional average. Now, debt for the country has remained high. In 23-24, federal debt is projected to be 67.2% compared with 63.7% before the pandemic and 57% a decade ago. Pakistan external debt has surged from 13,116 billion rupees in FY 19-20 to 24,086 billion rupees in FY 23-24. Internal debt has surged from 23,283 billion rupees in FY 19-20 to 47,160 billion rupees in FY 23-24. Tax revenue of the country as a proportion of GDP declined to 6.8% in FY 24 from 10.8% before the pandemic. The country has been begging for loans over the last few years, as we have seen. In September last year, the IMF sanctioned a 7 billion loan to the country. Now, World Bank has projected 2.7% growth for Pakistan. On the other hand, when the World Bank lowered India's growth projection, it was 6.3%. India's GDP is significantly larger than Pakistan's, with India having a $4.3 trillion GDP compared to Pakistan's $341 billion. There is no comparison, ladies and gentlemen. Now, can Pakistan afford a war with India without any external support like China? Definitely not. One cannot wage and fight a war on debt for too long. This is a developing story, and we at Mint shall keep you posted with all the developments on the economic and military front between India and Pakistan. See you soon.